Beppo's workshop is an unlikely place for a Japanese usu to be created, but here in Beppo's workshop, in a town by the sea, our usu is taking shape thanks to two woodturners, Joe Centerino and Steve Wiseman.
And I had no idea what an usu was, so I go immediately to Google, start looking up, and I said, well, this sounds like a fun project, so let's...
Over half a century old, our beloved usu was splitting and cracking with age. According to Aiko Adachi, whose husband Jiro made the original usu, our usu was made from a fallen tree in Sudbury. The usu is the centerpiece of our mochitsuki, but was beginning to leak water and was very heavy to transport.
Some ideas, so we started doing half-scale models, which are these.
Joe and Steve of the South Shore Woodturners Club made several prototypes using different wood species, allowing them to explore multiple designs and turning techniques. They learned about the mochi making process and traditional designs. From these prototypes, they determined that what they needed was a piece of straight grain wood with no or minimal knots in it. Steve reached out to a local tree service and obtained a piece of oak weighing in at upwards of 200 pounds. With great difficulty, they hoisted the huge piece of oak onto the lathe. There they shaped and turned it, taking off the bark first. The lathe at first could only go at 200 RPMs, but as they started to trim the wood down, they were able to get the speed up to 350. But when you have that much weight on the lathe, it gets scary. Then they started making the waist, using a ring that took most of the weight off the lathe's bearing, which makes for a better cut. Joe and Steve did the outside shaping in 5 to 6 hours and another 5 to 6 hours to hollow and balance the rest of it. Of course, this short video doesn't begin to capture the amount of ingenuity, creativity, know-how, time, and effort that has gone into making this usu. We will let Joe say it for himself.
Well, I said, and so in the usu, and then one of the guys says, usu, isn't that Japanese for never-ending project? And I said, well, very close.